Maybe you could share your story. I know it seems like I'm going in many directions, but I feel like they all connect. Could you share what your ayahuasca journey was like?
For me, my ayahuasca journey, and it was similar to you, how like you're having all these different like yous meet like during the ceremony, and then at strange times, like presently, even down to 2 years, like a year and a bit later, I had moments of clarity from my ayahuasca journey. Now, when I was entering into my ayahuasca journey, is when I was still playing American football. I was still playing in the Legends Football League. I was an all-star defense player. I was this famous TMZ celebrity, rocking it in America, which, hey, in saying that, I actually had no idea because I just literally stuck to myself. But I finished my yoga course. I did my ayahuasca journey, and it was at a time I was transitioning into fighting, and I was scared. It meant being sucking at something. It meant being the worst, and it also meant for me coming to terms with, hey, maybe I wasn't this warrior that I always believed that I was, and then going down this path of learning to fight and figuring that out. And I was so scared. I remember being so scared at thinking that I would get into fighting, figure out that I sucked, and be like upset at myself that I wasn't this like warrior fighter. And I think that just comes from the doubt of being put down, like, as you're growing up as a kid. And although, like, looking back, if I could tell myself as a kid, I'd be like, you're amazing. Look at what you're surviving on the daily, you beautiful little warrior, you know? But
Yeah.
because you're still this hurt person, you're like not even understanding or accepting that you're like really a warrior. And I think I had that was the scary part for me. Now, in the ceremony, I remember being in like, I felt like it was a Star Wars thing. I had this cape over. I'm in a room full of like other warriors, and I'm this like all of a sudden I'm turning and I'm a tiger. I'm like human and I'm tiger, and I'm just like, wow, what the hell? And I remember thinking, what is going on? I had this scar down my face. I remember it was a scar down my left side. Unfortunately, the scar is on my right hand side. So the ayahuasca definitely premonitioned, but I just had it on the wrong side. Now, when I remember walking to the beach, they just banned us from leaving our rooms in Thailand. They banned us from going to the beach. They banned us from being outside. And I remember just being like, fuck this shit. Walking to the beach and then seeing the cones. They had it all coned off. Now, when I was walking, I had my hoodie on and this thing across my face that was a mask. And I'm walking, and I literally have this moment where my past self reached my present self, and it came together, and it's like, it joins, and you're just like this small energy pocket, and you're like, whoa. And they both connected. Now, if you think about it, Thailand is actually somewhere where a lot of martial artists go. Now, when I was in my ceremony, I remember shooting through and then just seeing this island below me and shooting my energy down to this island. Now, it matches up with me in this moment, and I just remember that was a time. It was a scary time. COVID was a scary time. Being in Thailand, learning martial arts was a scary time. So yeah, the medicine still spoke then. The medicine is going to probably continue to speak to me for as long as it wants to speak to me, because it chooses, the same as mushrooms, the same as like any of that. It chooses